Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Scott's Thoughts. I'm Scott Benedict. You know, throughout my career as a retail merchant, I can tell you that going out of stock on a key product used to be pretty darn painful, and I think still is. But I would also argue that now it's downright dangerous. Here's what I mean when I say that. I say that because in today's digital commerce ecosystem, out of stock doesn't just cost you today's sale. It does do that. It also costs you search ranking. It costs you momentum. And in some cases, it costs you the whole next month's growth. Here's what I mean by that. Digital shelf research I've been reading recently shows that when an in-stock rate of a product drops dramatically, say from above 90% to below 30%, the brand can lose a significant portion of the sales volume. Now, that's probably not news to you, but it's the hidden damage to the product that goes beyond just that lost revenue from being out of stock. It's also placement. Products that go out of stock often lose multiple organic ranking positions. They'll drop off of page 1 of organic search results. They'll lose share of high frequency keywords and take days or sometimes longer to fully recover their ranking. And if you've listened to the last few episodes of Scott's Thoughts, you know what that means. Page 1 isn't really optional anymore. Now, in physical retail, if you were out of stock for a few days, you lost sales and you occasionally got yelled at by your boss. In digital retail, if you're out of stock, you lose algorithmic trust. Retailer systems reward availability, sales velocity, and sales consistency. When your inventory disappears, your sales velocity collapses. When your velocity collapses, your organic ranking drops. When your ranking drops, your visibility shrinks. And when visibility shrinks, recovery takes longer. It's not linear, it's compounding. Out of stock creates a very negative flywheel that extends even once a product comes back into stock. Now, layer in retail media. If you're running sponsored campaigns and your product goes out of stock, you're obviously wasting spend. You lose new to brand traffic that you paid money to bring to your PDP pages, potentially train an algorithm to deprioritize you, and worse yet, your competitors can increase their bids in the moments you disappear. So modern media automation tools are designed to exploit somebody else's out of stock signals. So when you go dark, someone else, your competitor, lights up. Out of stock isn't just a passive loss like it is in physical retail. It's real competitive exposure, and that is most definitely not a good thing. This is why digital shelf performance can't sit solely within marketing, I would argue. It can't sit solely within supply chain, availability, pricing, content health, reviews, media performance. All these things are really interdependent. I would argue that the brands that win manage demand signals, inventory forecasting, media pacing, and digital shelf analytics. A lot of those are elements that they've run for years, but now have more intense and dramatic impact. It's all kind of one coordinated system. If your operations team isn't aligned with your digital shelf KPIs, you're not managing commerce, you're managing silos. Now think about this in an AI-driven environment. If answer engines and algorithms evaluate products based on availability, reliability, and momentum, repeated out-of-stocks could influence how consistently your product is surfaced or recommended. In the agentic era, consistency becomes an element of product's credibility and a brand's credibility. And I can tell you, machines don't like unpredictability any more than your boss does. So here's a leadership question for you to consider. If you're managing inventory as a cost center, or are you really managing it as a visibility engine, because in digital commerce, availability isn't really operational hygiene. I would argue it's strategic leverage. And out of stock, it is really algorithmic suicide. That is not a good thing. It's worse than career suicide, I can assure you. That's what I've been thinking about. I'm Scott Benedict.